My name is Sonia Armendariz. I'm going to be presenting over interpersonal skills in the work setting with mobile devices. Interpersonal communication has evolved over the decades and it has grown digitally. It causes negative and positive impacts in our interpersonal communication skills. The instant relationship formed due to the 24/7 accessibility of a mobile device has morphed into an increasing lack of interpersonal communication between people. But on the other hand, the easy access and usage has also better supported social interactions within the social sphere. Mobile devices have increased in importance in the workplace. More companies are permitting and even encouraging workers to conduct company business with their phones. We will learn the positive skills needed for working in the digital age and how to make good use of the communication and information technology that surrounds us in the workplace. So nowadays, it's really rare for somebody not to have a smartphone, and it's really common to see people walking around, with their phones in their hands and their head facing down. It's a good way of communicating fast. You're able to communicate with somebody right there and then as soon as you need them. So since everybody does have a phone, we should all know standardized usage of that phone while in the work. You don't want to have your phone ring out loud in the middle of work with the song of Sir Mix-a-Lot playing in the background of Baby Got Back. Unfortunately, a lot of people have abused the cell phone use in the workplace, so a lot of companies have been forced to make strict cell phone policies to avoid problems that phone calls and text messages can present. And one thing to consider is who the person you are interacting is and what the person finds as rude. So another example of a negative interpersonal skill is using the smartphone and sending and accepting phone calls from the restrooms. Many of those receivers can hear the water running from the faucets or hear the toilets flushing, and it causes them to be appalled. The restroom cell phone user will appear insensitive and lack social grace. So let's talk about the positivism technology. Email usage is very common in the work setting, and it makes it another opportunity for displaying positive interpersonal skills. Remember though that the way you send an email says something about yourself. Proofread those emails and do not make them a page long. Another positive effect of email is the timeliness. Email serves as an effective way to send one-way messages or engage in two-way interaction that doesn't have time urgency. Another positive impact is that it broadens the work teams. You can interact and collaborate with people that live in other countries, and you don't have to be face-to-face while you collaborate. So what you don't want to do with emailing is that you don't want to send large sums of unnecessary emails to your colleagues. In the work setting, you get so many emails from employers that having an unessential email will cause stress and frustration to your colleagues. Other things to remember is avoiding multiple attachments and containing space-consuming graphics. Another interpersonal skill useful in the digital age is to perform well during a webcam interview. On occasion, a hiring manager will request that an interview be conducted by webcam. The numbers of these computer-based interviews is likely to be increased as webcam technology continues to improve. The problem with webcam interviews is that a job candidate may not come across as strongly as they believe. So some examples for positive webcam would be using even lighting. Don't place it directly in front of you, causing you to glare, or behind you, causing a shadow. Wear appropriate clothing as if you were having an in-person interview, and appear relaxed, not overly stressed. Use uncluttered area, that way it won't appear messy in the background. So we are all familiar with social networking. It's a way to interact with a group of people instead of just one. It's important to understand the importance of interpersonal skills in social networking since it plays such a crucial role in our world. Some of these social networks have completely transformed the way we live. So there is a lot of positives to social networking. You can communicate with others who are in the same field as you and that may live in different countries. You can also refer other people to useful websites and books, or the most famous ones, alert them of danger. So there is a lot of negativity also that comes with social networking. You eliminate that face-to-face interaction with your work associates. Also, some people may post negative comments or reviews about other companies. It makes you look bad in your employer as well. and some people can't get off of their social network. So laptop and smartphone use during meetings may enhance your interpersonal skills depending on the company. Some companies may welcome computer use during meetings to help facilitate information gathering, therefore enhancing interpersonal skills. But if you present rude manners and get distracted, you may appear inconsiderate, and it all depends on the company and the employers. So presentation technologies such as this PowerPoint provides exceptional opportunities to display interpersonal skills. One of the biggest challenges while making presentation technologies is keeping human presence. A good indicator would be keeping good eye contact with the audience and keeping a clear tone. So the increase of technology has given us the ability to work from home. People who work from home face some challenges to their interpersonal skills. Since they constantly communicate via electronic devices, they end up missing out on the face-to-face interactions. You may feel isolated and miss out on human interaction. One of the most important things to think about with mobile devices is protecting your online reputation and not having embarrassing information or photographs on your networking. A lot of the employers search your social media sites to observe if a job candidate presents himself or herself professionally. So with technology quickly becoming a #1 usage in the workplace, it is important to be educated in proper interpersonal skills needed. Technology in the workplace can be both good and bad. Being able to understand positive communication skills when using mobile devices can help us all decrease the negative effects.